What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, if you like this podcast, press the subscribe button. Also, guys, this is a live stream, so hit the like button. Like button means attendance, folks. Like button means attendance, man. But today, we're going to talk about this week 7 comeback from Oklahoma State here against Texas. And, but first off, guys, let's talk about my sponsor. First off, guys, the sponsor is manscaped.com, guys. So, hey, support for the Nino's Corner podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, folks, the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trusted Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Nino's Corner at manscaped.com. Again, folks, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Nino's Corner at manscaped.com. Man, people, if you are on this chat, I know you guys are here to talk about Texas versus Oklahoma State and what just happened, man. What just happened? Well, I'm going to tell you what happened, man. Let's be honest. 1 time is an outlier. 2 times is a trend. 3 times is who you are. And when I say that, guys, what I mean by that is, first off, let me drink a beer, guys. This is one of those days where I better need some beer, all right? If we take a look at the previous games here, let's start with the 2 games prior to that. Let's look at TCU. We let TCU off the hook. They almost came back and had an opportunity to tie the game up or actually win the game. We didn't finish strong, even though we won the game. If you look at OU, of course, a 21-point lead, 28-7. And we ended up losing the game 55-48. And then this week, guys, we had a lead. And there are 3 things, guys, that really, just killed us. The 3 things that killed us, I think the score at the time was 17-3. We have the ball. We are going in to either get a touchdown or a field goal. At the least, guys, it was going to be 20-3 at the least if we just hold on to the ball. More than likely, 24-3. 24-3 would have been perfect, but it's at least 20-3. Okay. And if it's 20-3 going into halftime, I like our odds in this game because Bijan comes out in that second half. Once Texas gets the ball back, he goes out and scores a touchdown. You're looking 27-3, a totally different game, or 31-3, totally different game. But that was one thing that I didn't like was we get too pretty in the red zone. All right, we got an opportunity to win this game. We got an opportunity to all gas, no brakes, put the foot on the throat. That's what we have the opportunity to do. And what do we do today, guys? We let him off the hook. Guys, you guys understand I am one of the biggest Casey Thompson guys. I like Casey a lot. I like that he stayed around. I do. But let's be honest. If you go back and look at the Alamo Bowl game, there's opportunity for Colorado to intercept the ball. Pretty much the same exact play as what happened today. The guy from Colorado actually dropped the ball, but that was a pick six. But that stuff gets swept underneath the rug when we look at a win and look at what Casey did, the 4 touchdowns and a half, basically. All right. Now, fast forward to the spring game. Pretty much the same exact play to the opposite side of the field. Casey throws the ball across. Jamison picks it off, pick 6. Okay. So that's twice in a row that we've seen Casey when he tries to throw to the sidelines where it just doesn't seem like he has the natural arm strength for that. And then today, the exact same side of the field against Oklahoma State today that was against Colorado, almost the exact same play. Casey throws a ball to that side of the field. What happens? Interception, pick 6, changed the game, changed the whole totality of the game. All right. So that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't coach to the limitations of the players that you have. You need to coach to the strengths of the players that you have. All right. And so at that point, we know that we need to get some points on the board prior to halftime, especially since Oklahoma State is getting the ball back after halftime. Luckily, our defense held up on the first drive after halftime, and Texas was able to get the ball back and score a touchdown. But that one play from Casey, that one play from the coaching staff, guys, that was a 14-point swing. That was a 14-point swing. At a minimum, a 10-point swing. But that was a 14-point swing. So that was one play. You need to play to the strength of your players. We all know there's this crazy stat out there about Casey Thompson and about this offense on what he has done and accomplished in passing the ball. And in this game, guys, well, not this game, but in this season, Casey basically has been nails thrown across the middle, something that we missed over the last 4 years. We never threw across the middle. Guys, we understand that, right? But Casey has been kind of money on those passes between 5 and 15 yards across the middle. He's been money. We haven't been able to do that. Well, we didn't try to do that this game. It's almost like we abandoned the game plan, and things just happened. Another play that kind of got us off of our path here. We stopped Oklahoma State on a third, and I think, 14 or 15 or whatever. So Spencer Sanders is actually running the ball. Coburn he tackles him out of bounds, but he grabs him and gets a horse collar tackle. Just playing hard. That's one thing that you can't kind of like teach out of a person. Hey, he was playing hard. Things happen. Totally get it. Not really mad at that play. Defense still stood up, didn't allow a touchdown. They allowed a field goal. Okay. The third play that kind of killed us too when it came to points on the board was that awful call that the refs called. And believe me, guys, I'm not blaming this on the refs at all. This game was lost by Texas. Texas lost this game. Coaching lost this game. This was a game that was lost by Texas. Okay. There was a play where Thornton tackles Spencer Sanders, tackles him, and actually forces him to throw the ball out of bounds, but hits him as soon as he throws it. Bam, goes on the ground. They call it roughing the passer. Now let's fast forward this. When Casey had to go out the game because he was out of breath. Let's fast forward this. The same thing happens to Casey. No call. So we got to start calling these games fair. But guys, so first off, guys, please like. If you're in this, like means that this is your attendance sheet. Please like. But guys, I see the comments about the defense. I can't blame this on the defense, guys. I cannot blame this on the defense. When you think about that last touchdown that was given up, that was a give me touchdown. The coaches let them go in. The defense, until that last drive, let's be honest, they only gave up 6 + 9 is 15 points? 15 points. That's what the defense gave up. The offense has to be able to sustain a drive to keep the defense fresh off the field. Okay. So yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I got people in here. Chris, I see you, Chris with a K. Enjoy the Alamo Bowl. Hey, yeah. Hey, I can't knock it. Chris, me and you've been talking all the time about this stuff, man. Hey, and people, stop giving my boy Chris a bad rap. Please stop commenting saying that, Chris is my dude, man. Chris just keeps it real. The same energy he brings to Texas, he brings to his own team. Now that analogy he made about Spencer Rattler and Pat Mahomes, that's a little extreme, but Chris, I still love you, dude. I still love you, my dude. But let's go through some of these comments. This was a big recruiting weekend here. We had a bunch of folks here. We had Arch Manning here. We had Evan Stewart here. We had a ton of kids here, right? So this is something that is not a good look for Texas. I think Sark got out coached today. I think Sark got really cute at the end of the game. Our last drive, 1st and 10, Bijan gets the ball, 9 yards. Okay, 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1. What do? We get real cute on 2nd and 1. We throw a play. We throw a pass to Xavier Worthy, a swing pass. No need. There's no need for that. You got cute. All right, 3rd and 1. Try to run the ball. They stop it because, of course, it's 3rd and 1. They know what's going to happen. 4th and 1, again, a blown up play. We have got to stop being cute. We have got to stop saying that we're going to do this. We're going to do this. You need to freaking win the game. Okay, got to stop being cute. Do what is the strength of your team, and the strength of your team is Bijan Robinson. The strength of your team, yes, is Xavier Worthy, but you can't have a play to where I knew what the play was from home. So you don't think Oklahoma State knew what the play was? So just talking to a few of the other YouTubers here, you guys know I talk to Steven a lot. I talk to Texas Homer. I talk to Lando. We had kind of all been on the same page. But guys, go check out Texas Homer's last video. Go check out Texas Homer's last video. Okay, Texas Homer pretty much diagnosed exactly how this game is going to go. Now, this is people who I don't want to hear people say, well, hey, Monday morning armchair quarterback. No, Homer puts a lot of work into his videos. Go look at that video. He basically diagnosed how this game is going to play out. Okay, so it's amazing how we can sit here and kind of see things, but the coaching staff that's getting paid millions can't. So guys, let me go back and look through some of the comments. You guys have put a lot of comments, man. So let me see. Buddha, you've been giving me hell. I get it, Buddha. I get it. Texas is straight up trash. I'm not gonna say that. IT Mac Pro. We got to get better coaching, man. I mean, I can't say that. We got one of the best offensive play callers in the game. He is just, I don't know if he's not trusting himself. I don't know if he's just getting too cute with the ball, trying to impress people too much. But there are things that we got to do, man, to get this thing short up. Dylan Burnside, Nino, my guy, let's just open up the weekly crime sessions. Freaking so disappointed in how we're losing. Yes, I'm very disappointed also. Like I tell you guys, 1 time is an outlier, 2 times is a trend, 3 times is who you are. And this is 3 weeks in a row where we have essentially given up a lead here in the second half. And with us giving up a lead here in the second half, we have let teams get in and continue to compete. And in 2 out of those 3 games, we have lost. There's no reason why Texas shouldn't have won this game today. This is on coaching. And guys, you guys know I've been pretty hard on PK here lately. I can't get mad at PK. Not for this game. For 3.5 quarters, when your defense only gives up 15 points, I can't get mad at PK for that, man. Your offense has to step up. Your offense cannot only give you 3 points in the second half and you expect to win the game. That cannot happen. Cannot happen at all. So looking back at this, man, Casey had to play better. This was a horrible game played by Casey. And you guys know I am a Casey fan. This is a horrible game played by Casey. He has to be able to read defenses better than this. Makes you start to wonder, I can't say that. Casey played a hell of a game last week against OU. Had a bad game today. Threw a pick 6, threw another pick to basically seal the game for Oklahoma. I mean, for Oklahoma State. It is what it is. But he has to play better. And Texas offensive line, they got to play better. They have to play better. They shuffled the offensive line here today. I think from left to right, we had Christian Jones, who didn't really have a bad game today. Angelau, he was at left guard. Center, of course, was Jake Majors. Right guard was Topi Amadi. And then at the right tackle was Kurt Stetter. Okay. There's a play in there. Tope just whiffed on a few blocks. They pulled Tope out of the game, I think, after halftime, and they put in a true freshman, Hayden Connor. And then there's this one play I just saw that just basically blew up in front of him. Hayden Connor just let a guy just goes right past him. Sack. It is what it is. But what we need to understand, though, hey, Casey, man, we can't get turnovers, man. You cannot, being the starting quarterback here at the University of Texas, in a position where we have an opportunity to go 5-2 for the season, to continue to push forward towards the Big 12 championship game. That's not happening now. Not happening. 1-2 right now in the Big 12. 1-2. Not happening. Ain't gonna happen. Texas is gonna lose another game this year. If they keep with this level of effort in these games and giving up leads here in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter, not coming out with some kind of sense of urgency here in the second half, we're gonna lose 1, maybe 2 more games. This is a 7-5, maybe 8-4 team. So much optimism, folks, that I had for this team. I thought for sure. So say 9-3. 9-3 was I 9-3 was my floor. I said 9-3. This team, with the right quarterback play, with the right coaching, has opportunity to go better than 9-3. We have to win out to go 9-3 right now, and that's not going to happen, folks. Just call it what it is. Hopefully, I'm wrong. I pray to God I'm wrong. You guys know I'm a Texas grad. I went from 01 to 05, and I would say what folks would call maybe the golden years of Texas football. This is not Texas football. Well, you know what, folks? This is Texas football over the last decade. This is exactly what we've been accustomed to. This is exactly what we've actually known here. So, Isaac, let's take a look at your comment, man. Looking straight forward to next season. We need recruits. We need O-line, obviously. Sorry, disappointed today and the lack of adjustments on offense in the second half. Isaac, I totally agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. O-line has not been recruited well over the past 5 years. Past 6 years, 7 years, O-line has not been recruited well. And that's something that we have to do here for the squad. We got to get some offensive linemen because as good as Bijan Robinson is looking, that's a lot on his own. Bijan's doing this on his own. Bijan is balling out. I'm not going to say on his own all the time, but Bijan's getting hit a lot. Before last game, Bijan had 51 broken tackles. That's 10 a game, guys. Over the first 5 games, Bijan had 51 broken tackles. That's 10 a game. Running backs should not be breaking 10 tackles a game. Running backs shouldn't be happening. Now, maybe they should be if it's in the backfield. I mean, if it's in the other backfield, in the secondary. Not happening with us, man. Not happening with us. Bijan's getting hit in the backfield, in our backfield. Bijan's getting hit next to the quarterback. Shouldn't happen. I hate to see him like that. This is kind of the first time I saw Bijan with a little sting in him. After the game, he looked a little bit disappointed, and he should be because he's one of those guys that's giving it 100% all the time for this team. Let's talk about a few positives first. I don't want to go all negative, all right? I don't want to go all negative, right? Let's talk about a few positives here, guys. A few positives. Hold on, let me get the beer right quick. A few positives. Jalen Ford, he balled out, didn't he? When Overshawn went out in the game, I said, Overshawn's out. He's our best defensive player. This team's going to take a big step back here on the defense side of the ball. Jalen Ford balled out today, and makes you kind of wonder, should Jalen Ford be on the field a little bit more? Nothing against Luke. Nothing against Luke. I like Brockemeyer. I do. And let me tell you something. Nothing against him. Texas, he's Texas legacy. His dad is one of the greatest players that play here at Texas on the O-line. But on the defense side of the ball, they're just scheming and passing at him because they know. We need some speed. We need some sideline to sideline, players. Seeing what Jalen Ford did out there today, especially on their 2-point conversion, he diagnosed the play right. Met the guy there as soon as he caught the ball. Bam, hits him. He needs to be in the field. I love Luke. I love Brockemeyer. I do. I don't see him making that play. I don't. I think anybody who's real with themselves, we don't see him making that play. We need guys that have speed, sideline to sideline speed, lateral quickness. We need those guys here to be playing that linebacker position here in this defense because the Big 12 is one of those conferences, guys, where we know it's sideline to sideline speed. Comments, guys. Comments. IT Mac Pro, I see you. Yes. I'm not gonna put all this on Casey. I'm putting this on the offensive staff as a whole as well. This is just not Casey Thompson's fault. This is the offensive coordinator / head coach / Coach Sark. Mr. All Gas No Breaks. I love Coach Sark. I think what he's done here has been great, putting up points against teams. However, this game was on the offensive side. I mean, this game was lost by the offense, not by the defense. Defense did all they could, folks. They did all they could, man. All they could until it was too late. It's only so much you can do before you. It's only so much you can do, folks, on the defensive side of the ball before you gassed out. We are just not getting the plays on offense to sustain a drive. Isaac, let me see something else you said again. No K-Rob in the mix. Yeah, K-Rob, we saw him on the first drive. No more after that. I'm with you, man. I am with you. 90% of the problems of this team are in the O-line. Even the defense struggles. Also, Casey today showed the reasons why the QB battle was so close. Bones, I totally agree with you. Dylan, let me see your thing. I can't just say this is the culture left over about Herman because it seems like Sark also gets conservative. Sark, bingo. We just talked about that, Dylan. Sark got very conservative today. And that's something that I was not expecting to see here. We know that Sark likes to run the ball. Now we got Bijan, who's very special. Roshan only got a couple carries today. You got Keelan back there too, man. We need to feature our running game. Our running game is the strength of this team. It's not our passing game. Our running game is the strength of this team. We have one of the deepest. I would say we have one of the deepest running back rooms here in the conference, and we should be utilizing that on a daily. I love Bijan. He's the best running back in the country. However, he needs a break too. We got guys who are competent enough to run the ball as well. Bones, let me see something else you got. PK needs to give his paycheck to charity. Sanders can't throw to say. I'm not going to say that. I can't say that, Bones. I can't say that. I can't say that. PK's defense prior to that last drive gave up 15 points. 15 points. All right. Our offense gave them 7 points. PK's defense gave up 15 points. Even if you want to count that other touchdown, go ahead and count it. Go ahead and count it. So PK's defense gave up 22, 23 points. Hey, if you were to tell me that our defensive coordinator was only going to give up 22 or 23 points in this game and we still lose the game, I'd have slapped you. I'd have slapped you. Yep. Let me check some more. King Kunta. Sarkisian can't understand that 7 is our third best player on offense and doesn't use him in the best ways. I cannot disagree with you, brother. I cannot disagree with you. Keelan has a different gear, and it's sad that we're not able to see him have this gear kick the motion because we don't use them. What are we saving them for? What are we saving them for? Terry, let me see what you got there, Terry. Rojo and Keelan need to spell Bijan. Exactly what I just said. Yep. Once every 3 or 4 series, a whole series. Get a man a breather. And one thing about Bijan had 15 carries, I think, in the first half. 15 or 16 carries. I haven't done my official stats yet. After the game, I was so ticked off. I just went, fishing with my son. Right? We went fishing for a couple hours. We didn't catch nothing. We just wanted to get out there and just fish. You know what I'm saying? Just, really in a little bit. But yeah, man. They gotta spell the kid out, man. Bijan had 15 carries, I think, in the first half, 6 in the second half. That right there shows you that we abandoned the run in the second half. We got cute, we got pretty, and we lost the game because we got cute and we got pretty. Bad look with all those recruits in the stands. Guys, this is a game where we need to bounce back and show people that loss from last week, it's not going to come in here and creep in for this week. But guess what? It creeped in. It creeped in. IT Mac Pro. Tom Herman would have used the other 3 backs, but then you all complain that Bijan didn't get enough touches. No. That's not what people are saying. That's not what people are saying, IT Mac. They're saying that Bijan needs a rest. Yes, you need to have a running back by committee. That's how you win games, right? Everybody understands that. However, what Tom Herman did was give Bijan 8 carries a game and say, hey, have it. Here's what it is. No, Bijan should definitely get his 20 to 25 carries a game, but we still need to be able to run that ball. So you have Roshan in there. You have Keelan. What's the point of going and getting a guy like Keelan from the portal and you don't use him? What's the point? What's the point of having an all-purpose back like Rojo? Like Rojo is a great running back, and we don't use him. He didn't run the ball one time last week. Not one time. Not a one. I think he's on a couple plays, but he didn't run the ball once. I think he ran once today, maybe twice today. So that's not what people are saying. IT Mac is one thing that we all liked about Steve Sarkisian when he got here is he knows who his talented players are and he gets the ball to them. which is something that you need, right? You keep your talented players in there. You let them get the ball. The problem we had with the last regime, which I'm not going to spend much time on the last regime, was we would substitute literally 9, 10 wide receivers in the game. Shouldn't be like that. Football is all about, at this point in the season, you should know who your guys are, right? You should know who your guys are, okay? We know Bijan's our guy. We know Xavier Worthy's our guy, all right? Jordan Whittington's gone, so he's not our guy right now because he's gone. But you know Josh Moore is your second or third best wide receiver right now, and you know that you love Marcus Washington because of the blocking he does and everything, which kudos to Marcus Washington for stepping up and getting that catch, 2 catches today or 3 catches today, but he is being rewarded for the great work that he does, blocking the ball and knowing the offense. I love Marcus Washington's game. I was happy for him when he got that long catch. But yeah, it's about knowing who your playmakers are and letting them play. Okay. Now, just because you're letting your playmakers play doesn't mean that you can't give them a rest every now and then, especially at the running back position, because they take all the contact. Rojo's still a competent runner. Give Rojo 6 to 7 carries a game, okay? Or give him 3 or 4 carries a game. Give Keelan another 3 or 4 carries a game. This team should be getting 40 rushes a game. Meaning Bijan should be getting about 20 to 25, okay? Rojo should be getting about 6 or 7. Keelan should be getting about 6 or 7. You know, so these running backs be getting, I shouldn't say 40 rushes. They should be getting 40 touches a game, meaning in between the passing game and the running game, this is what these guys can get. That's why, okay, Buddha, I see what you're saying, but y'all running Bijan on the ground, bro. No, we didn't. He got 21 carries today. Now, I want you to, Buddha, to check any other offense, and I guarantee you that their starting running back is getting about 20 or 21 carries a game. Bijan has not been overworked, guys. He got 21 carries a game. I think he got 20 last week against OU. TCU, he got 35 carries. I give you that. That was a lot of carries for him. But the game before that, Texas Tech, he didn't get many carries. Rice, he didn't get many carries. Louisiana, he didn't get many carries. I think it was 13 carries against Louisiana or 18 against Louisiana. It was something like that. But Bijan has only got 20 or more carries, and I think 3 games this year, maybe 4. But one was for 35, which is the outlier. The remaining were 20, 21, 20. So you go to any other team in the country who has a star running back, I guarantee you they're getting 20 carries a game. So he's not getting overrushed. I'm not buying that. I'm with you. Wideouts aren't the issue here. Not the issue. Nope, not the issue. Issue was our offensive game plan. Yeah, issue was our offensive game plan. Talking to just a few of my friends today, we were calling the plays, from our couches. It's like, oh, yeah, this is what's going to happen. So if we can see that, what do you think Gundy can see? Yeah. I see the comment, Gray. I'm not gonna disagree or agree. Worthy didn't block well on that one play. It's just a play that Marcus Washington got. I think that's the play that you're talking about, Leo. Marcus Washington got, I think he was lined up on the left side. Yeah, he's on the left side. Casey gets the ball, throws it to him. Worthy has the guy locked up. Guy shrugs Worthy, gets Marcus Washington down, I think, for a 1-yard loss. He's still light, man. He's a freshman. The guys he's playing against, I think that dude was a junior or so, or a senior, a bigger guy too. We got to understand what Worthy is. He's 160 pounds, guys. 160 pounds. And if I'm a 190 pound or a 200 pound guy, ain't nobody I got 40 pounds on going to do nothing to me. Not happening. Bones, great question. Why don't we use Wiley in the middle when teams play a zone? And especially, Bones, when Casey has been known to his best passing efficiency is across the middle between 5 and 15 yards. That is his calling card. It's not sideline to sideline. It's not that. So it's like we get cocky. as a team and as play callers, and we get cocky and we say we're going to do what we want to do and we're going to impose our will. No, you take what Gundy's giving you. Gundy outcoached Sark today. Is what it is. He outcoached Sark today. Sark has Gundy would gladly trade the talent that Sark has on this team for what he has on his team. I guarantee you that. He would gladly trade it, but he has won against us again. We won the last 2 games. But first off, guys, one more thing. Another promo, guys. Another plug for my sponsor. So, guys, again, support for the Nino's Corner podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped just launched a 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off, free worldwide shipping with the code Nino's Corner at manscaped.com. Again, 20% off promo code, free shipping, and 20% off Nino's Corner at Manscaped. Go get that, guys. That's my sponsor. So back to the stats, guys. Back to the stats. Like I told you guys, I haven't looked at any of the stats yet. I was so mad after the game. I just went fishing with my son. Okay? So let's take some more comments, guys. Let's take some more comments. I am legitimately not going to claim Texas will win any more games until we out recruit every single player. We got to get some O-linemen. I'm totally with you. Den 12, Coach Sark got out coach. Sure did. I already talked about that. Steve Booth, until the line gets upgraded, we should get used to these outcomes. Yes and no. This is a game that we should have won. And I'm not even putting this on the line needs to get definitely buttoned up, sewed up, whatever has to happen. The line has to get better. This game was on coaching. This was a winnable game. Okay, we had this game won. We go up at halftime. All right, folks. We go up at halftime, 20-3 or 24-3. I'm not gonna say this game is over because we blew a 21-point lead last week. But I am going to say that we have a better chance of winning this game because Spencer Sanders, is not Caleb Williams. Let's keep it honest. He is not. He couldn't hit the side of a barn with a beach ball today. And they still won the game. Okay. And that's because we got so conservative on the offensive side of the ball, lackadaisical when it comes to play calling on the offensive side of the ball. I just don't know. I don't know what is up with this team. Go back to the game plan. Go back to what the game plan was versus Texas Tech for offense. Texas Tech's not a good team. They're just not a good team. We looked great against a team that's not good. Now, Katie, I hear you. Texas Tech beat West Virginia. West Virginia had it close to OU. This is the Big 12, okay? It's a week-to-week game, but Texas Tech is not a good team. They're just not. It's the reason why their coach is probably going to get fired this year. Let's see some more comments, man. We have only had one abnormal loss this year. The last 2 were almost typical. Yeah. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. Johnny, our strength in our defense is our experienced secondary play, a single high safety, and drop the other down in the box. Johnny, I'm kind of with you on that as far as I'm not going to say that's the strength of our defense, but we went too high the whole game, which I thought was freaking crazy. And guess what? Oklahoma State took that and ran with it. And I mean, ran with that, meaning that, hey, they took that and they literally ran with it. They had every team that plays us has their best rushing numbers of the year. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all, guys. So we have to be able to stop the run. If we can stop the run, a guy like Spencer Sanders, that's when we're able to jump balls. You saw Shark jump the ball, got a pick. Shark jumped the ball again, almost got another pick. Who else had? I think Jade Barron almost had another pick as well. We can jump these routes. You know what I'm saying? We can jump these routes. And we had an opportunity to actually jump these routes, but we got to stop the run, and we did not stop the run. Did not stop the run today. Let's say, Kate, Nino, do you think Sark is building his scheme around the players or the players around his scheme, which is why it looks mismatched the last 2 games? Sark, guys, he called excellent game plans the first half. In the second half, it's like he goes into halftime and says, I got this. We got such a huge lead. Let's try something new. You don't have to reinvent the wheel if you're already winning. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's no excuse why Bijan got 6 rushes in the second half. And I'm not saying Bijan has to get all the rushes, but there's no excuse why we have a significant less amount of runs in the second half than we did in the first half. Meaning that some of those runs could have been through Rojo, some of those runs could have been through Keelan Robinson. There's no reason why that shouldn't happen. We were killing them in the first half and running the ball. Okay? Killing them. BJ should always be in the box. He's a hitter. Nino, that's why PK gets no slack. I'm not giving them slack, but I'm just saying when your defense, even if you count the last touchdown, when your defense only allows 23 points, you're supposed to win that game, especially in the Big 12. When your defense allows 23 points, you're supposed to win the game. This is not Coach PK's fault. This is on the offense. It's only so much you can ask for your defense. The defense allowed 23 points, man. I mean, just think about that for a minute. 23 points. And our offense only scored 24. That's the game. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the game. Was what it was. What do you say, Daniel? I actually believe Sark has the right idea. It's the mental side. You know what? I didn't even see his post game. I told you I went fishing with my son. I didn't want to hear that. If we play well, we can beat Baylor. I mean, if we play well, we played well against Oklahoma and we lost. We got to stop getting cute and just do us. Do what the strength of your team. You have a pretty damn good run blocking team. The problem is our pass blocking is not anywhere where it needs to be. And let me tell you something, guys. When you have an opportunity to run the ball down somebody's throat, guess what it does? It takes their soul. Rewind back to the Arkansas game. Arkansas ran on us all day long. What did that do? It took our soul. All right. Fast forward back up to the Oklahoma game. Oklahoma was able to, in that second half, run the ball on us. It took our soul out, just out from us. And go back and look at that last run play from Kennedy Brooks, where it was the last run play to win the game. There were players giving up on that play. They didn't want no more. They tapped out. They was, oh boy, no mas. They didn't want it no more. It is when you know what's about to happen, and you see it coming at you, and you're like, this ain't gonna be good. Takes your soul, baby. Takes your soul. I can't say that, Sam Storm. Texas is gonna, I don't know. Let me stop. No, you're right. Can't overlook anybody. You got to approach every game like it's your last game. Can't overlook anybody. I'm with you, Sam Storm. They're going to have to prove it every week to me and prove it every week to every other Texas fan that they could do something better than what they've been doing here over these past 2 to 3 weeks. Yep. Hey, it is what it is, man. Ain't nobody hating on you, Sandstorm. Don't reinvent the wheel routes, literally. I don't think we ran a wheel route all game. Now we got Bijan. Keelan should be running some wheel routes. Should be. Nobody can keep up with him. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Den 12. Man. Let's take a look at some more comments. The press make the same points you are. I'm convinced it's bigger than that. No, you know what? Maybe no. These dudes been playing football their whole lives, right? They've been playing football their whole lives, man. Either they're not bought in to Sark, which I don't think that's the case. But I think there's a lot of stuff probably going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week. Does Sark roll out Casey next week to start? Does he roll out Hudson Card next week to start? I mean, we just burned Hudson's his red shirt today. He played in 4 games previous, and then we burned his red shirt to take 1 snap, just like today. So, do we roll the dice? Do we put Hudson Card in? Do we keep Casey in? That's the question. But this was on Casey. Now, you don't want to go flip-flopping. This is on Casey and the offense. Casey and Sark. Sark down. Sark down. Sark, Flood, team. Down. In that order. Sark needed to call a better offensive game plan. He didn't today, and that's why we lost the game. I can't get mad at my defense for giving up 23 points today. I can't get mad at him for giving up 23 points. If I'd have told you guys that PK gave up 23 points today, you guys, everybody last week would have told me that we won this game. Everybody. We are so afraid of getting beat by the deep ball that we are dying by 1,000 cuts because we can't stop the run. Example, 39, 3D lineman on the field, and the other team runs for a first. You know what? This is the problems that we have, folks, is that we don't have the adequate secondary play and help that the coaches feel comfortable with to allow us to play with some confidence and some swagger on the defense side of the ball, especially in the secondary. So we have let some deep balls go. And let's be honest, Spencer Sanders, if he had any touch on his balls, he would have paused. If he had any touch, he would have completed that ball to that kid. What's his name? What's the boy? Tay Ware, I think. But he overthrew the ball. It was right there. He had Josh Thompson beat. It was a wrap. It was going to be a touchdown. We got lucky. So when you see that happen as a coach, and then you rewind it back and you look at Texas Tech game, how we got beat deep. You look at Arkansas. I think we got beat deep against Arkansas. You look at OU. We got beat. We had 50-50 jump balls that we just couldn't contest, 2 or 3 of them. And then today, we got beat. Spencer Sanders could not get the ball to that guy. So yeah. 1 yard in the fourth quarter. I told you, I didn't even go look at the stats. Cape, you bringing new information to me because I ain't had time to look at the stats yet, man. I was so mad. I told you, I went fishing with my son, man. We tried to reel in some bass. It didn't happen. I ain't even catch no fish. I'm real mad. All gas first half, pass gas second half. Steven, I'm with you. GG, how is this team so Jekyll and Hyde that 1 week it is on the offense and next week's on the defense fault? It's a good question. That's preparation. That's mentality. You guys know I'm a military guy. I am a military man. And so, I've been in the military now for 16 years. So as a commander, I always tell my troops, I say, look here, guys, you never rise to the occasion. You fall down to the level of your training, right? So when when the going gets tough, you don't rise. You go down to your foundation. You go down to the things you've been taught, your foundation. And so your foundation is what sets you up for how you finish. So if you prepare hard, I'm not saying that this team doesn't prepare hard, but mentally you have to be in it to where I know that at the end of the day, I'm giving my 100% and you guys are not going to beat me because I made a mistake. You guys are going to beat me because you just got lucky. That's not happening. OU last week, those 50-50 jump balls, those were I'm not going to say lucky balls, but those were 2 plays that Caleb kind of threw up for grabs. And those are balls that you can say, you know what? They could have went either way. Good play, good catch. Today, it was man on man, and we just got beat. We just got beat, and it just is what it is. Maybe stuff will change after y'all bye week. Buddha, I doubt it, man. Buddha, you OU fan, you watch football too. I know you watch football because you always on here, talking mess to me. But shout out to Buddha, man. I like Buddha a lot. It's not that a bye week this late in the season. We got 7 games under our belt. At this point, you are who you are, right? What I tell you guys, 1 time is an anomaly. 2 times is a trend. 3 times is who you are. That game against TCU, we let him back in the game, right? We won it, but we let him back in the game. OU, up 21, let him back in the game. What they do? They won it, all right? Oklahoma State, we were up. What was the score? We were up 24 to 10. We were up 2 touchdowns. We lost the game. That's who we are right now. That's the team we are right now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Daniel, hey, thanks for asking, man. Fishing trip was all right, man. We didn't catch none, but it was just good to get my son out there to fish, man. He's 6 years old, man. Oklahoma State has a terrible offense, and we are treating them like they have a top 5 offense. If Oklahoma State beats you in the passing game, then you tip your cap to them, but you don't let them run. That is true. Johnny, I'm with you. This is so confusing. I know, Johnny. We're going through circles, but Johnny, if I had told you last week, Johnny, that PK's defense was going to allow 23 points, what would you told me? Yep. I know exactly what you told me. You'd have been like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, I didn't tell you that Casey was going to give them another touchdown. But if I'd have told you PK's defense was going to only allow 23 points, you'd have told me that you would have taken it all day long. OU took y'all soul from y'all. That they did. Buddha, I can't hate Buddha. I can't hate Buddha. Let me look at some comments. Yep, Johnny. If I had told you that our defense gives up 23 points, you'd have said we get the dub because our offense is supposed to be more mature than this. And it wasn't today. It was not today. Great, man. The culture, I got to do some more deep digging on that, man. I got to go talk to some folks about that. But we shall see how this is going to happen. Jackie McCarter Jr., this is my brother, man. We were soft on both lines. It's the big difference from those Mac Brown years, every year since. From the early Mac Brown years, Jackie Mac. Jackie McCarter Jr., man, that's my frat brother. That's my brother. Man, Jackie, how long have I known you now? Almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. So yeah, that's my brother, man. But yeah, we talk about football all the time. Matter of fact, my intro, not the first intro with the music, but the second one with the city and everything in the background, Jackie made that. So you need some work done on videos, man. Talk to Jackie. He's awesome at it. But yeah, Jackie, I'm totally with you. When you go back and look at the lines that we had back in the past, you go look at the Vince Young years. Okay, so like the Vince Young years, we had, of course, the Casey Studdards. We had the Jay Scotts, right? We had the Tony Hills. We had Lau. We had Justin Blaylock. I mean, we had studs on the line. You know what I'm saying? We had studs on the line. That's on the offensive side. I mean, talking about the defensive line. Let's talk about that defensive line for a minute back in the day, man. Roderick Wrights, Larry Dibble. Shout out to Big Dibs, man. Tim Crowder, Brian Robinson. You know, we had dogs, man. The Franco Cams, okay? We had dogs, man. We had dogs. We had guys that were just studs. You know what I'm saying? Studs. You know what I'm saying? So, Jackie Mack, I am with you on that. Yeah, Bones, I get it. I get it. But Bones, shouldn't our offense be good enough to put up more than 23? You know what I'm saying? Our offense should be better. We should be good enough to. I would take PK giving up 23 points all year. If you could tell me PK can average 23 points a game, I would take that every game of the year. You know what I'm saying? I would take it every game of the year. And I'm not going to say they're a 17-point offense. They're undefeated for a reason. They found ways to win. They're number 12 team in the country. They found ways to win. You know, they just do. So you got to give credit where credit is due. They won. They won, and our offense didn't adjust at all, and we lost the game. November 1st, let's go. Yeah, you Jess, you excited, bro. Uh what's this? You don't have a turnout in the NFL like that and have issues beating OK State, TCU, and K State every year. Agreed. Culture of mistakes leading to tentative play, leading to losses. Daniel, I can't disagree with you more, man. Um, and you know what though? This is where coach talk, right? Coaches always say they want to get their players in. Look, it ain't about getting your players in now, man. You got who you got. You know what I'm saying? You got to adjust. You have to adjust to who is on your team right now. You got what you got. When you look at that roster before you took this job, you knew exactly who you had in this team. You knew who was on the offensive line. You knew who was on the defensive line. So all the coach speak that coaches like to say about getting their guys in, can't have it no more. Can't have it no more. So they got to figure out a way to shore up this offensive line, which it's not going to get fixed no more this year, guys. We're in week 7. This is the 7th game, right? We're 4-3 now. So we got 5 more games. We're over halfway done. Like during the season, we're over halfway done, and so now it is about doing what you do best. Doing what you do best, guys, is outside zone. Running with Bijan. When that fails, when defenses catch on, now it's time to do some RPO. Passes across the middle from Casey Thompson, because that is his sweet spot, is passing across the middle. Like I said, some crazy stat where he's between the 5 and 15-yard markers, where the majority of his yards are across the middle of the defense. We got a 6'7" tight end that's 252 pounds that we do not utilize across the middle. Don't know why. I think our tight ends only have 10 catches the whole season. That's another problem. That's another day. We'll talk about that another day. Another day. Let's see some more comments. Because we only have 2. Good question, Johnny. How can we give us so many rushing yards right up the middle with 2 DTs that are close to 350? Great question, and I'm gonna give you the answer why. It's because we got 3 defensive linemen playing on the field, and so you can have 2 D tackles, and you can have Coburn, you can have Collins or Coburn and Sweat, whoever we're playing in the middle now. It's so confusing now because we jumble everything. But if you only got 2 guys up the middle, and you're only bringing another guy, a third guy, that's 5 against 3. 5 against 3. I don't care how big you are. For a split second, if you 340 and I'm 320, I got you at least 1 second. I got enough push on. I'm going to get you 1 second. 1 second, guy's gone. Okay, I don't got to hold you 3 seconds. It's not a passing down. Now, passing downs, I would expect something a little bit different. Maybe holding the guy up for, 2 or 3 seconds is what you need to have. But on the running down, I just need to get you pop one time, boom, 1 second, guy's gone. Now it's up to our guys to make tackles at the linebacker position, make tackles in the secondary. And I didn't count how many missed tackles. I know Rob Babers is probably going to have that info. Shout out to Rob Babers too. Love his shows. Daniel, in the 2000s, Texas had resolved. They never gave up. True. Yeah, and all those guys were sick in the head and how brutish they were. Great. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dibs. Yep. Dibs is the homie. Straight mean. Yep. Straight mean. Yep. Killer mentality. Let's take a look. We missed Jay Witt today. I think we did. Because now that Jay Witt's gone, we can, no kidding, teams can, no kidding, put all their pressure and all their eggs in the basket on stopping Worthy. And when you stop Worthy, you essentially stop this passing game. And so, yep, it is what it is. There it is. Jay Witt was our guy. He was the comfort zone. He was the guy across the middle on the third downs. He was our comfort zone. He was the guy that reminds me so much of Devin Duvernay. I know I say this to you guys a lot, but I mean so much of Devin Duvernay is he is the guy that once he gets the ball in his hands, he is a running back now. And so he breaks tackles. He runs hard. He runs physical. I love Jay Witt. And we're definitely going to miss him. Jones has to start over Ramey at the 2. Oh, we're talking basketball now. Come on, man. We're talking football today. I believe that UT is not the place for football because the majority can't relate to the atmosphere of the university and the program they're running. I don't know what you're talking about there, Houston. David. Tight end position is non-existent. Sure is. Been saying that for a while now. Non-scheduled plays. Victor Santiago, Sark not going to the portal for the O-line. Bingo. Troy, you had said it right, brother. We've been talking about this for a while now. Me and Steven, from FP, Texas Homer, Lando Show, Ty from ATS. We've all talked about this, about the portal. And yes, we went out and got Devin Richardson, who's not playing at all in the portal. We went out and got Keelan Robinson, who I love, that we don't play from the portal, right? Who else we get from the portal this year? Those two are just two of the tops. We got Ray Thornton, Ovia Gofo. I understand those two guys are playing a lot. But we got 2 slots. We got Keelan, who I love, who needs to play more. But we got a guy like Devin Richardson. If we're not going to play Keelan Robinson and we're not going to play Devin Richardson, how come we didn't go after offensive lineman with these 2 slots? Entice somebody. What Jackie Mack said, agreed 1,000%, miss me with that, not my guys talk. You're right. Let's grunt to the bottom. Alamo Bowl is slowly slipping. Don't say that, Terry. Don't say that. Chris with a K is going to get on me. I can't have him with that. He texted me today during the game and said, you guys are going to the Alamo Bowl. And I said, we'll see you in December. Now, Texas, prove me wrong, Texas. Prove me wrong. Vic, I love Collins. Collins has been doing this thing, but we need more than just Collins. That defensive line is so big. They need to be balling out, man. They have the guys that everybody in the country wanted. And we were able to get guys like Alfred Collins and Vernon Broughton and Keandre Coburn and Ray Thornton's now here in the team. We got Devondre Sweat. All those guys were off by Alabama. Alabama wanted those guys, right? They're the gold standard, right? They're the gold standard. They wanted them. Now, drop down. Everybody else should be wanting those guys, right? We got them. And we're not coaching them up to the way that they're supposed to be coached. This defense, the scheme for this defense isn't lending towards the personnel that we have. We don't have a Vita Vea, so we can't run what PK's been used to running at Washington. So we don't have that guy in the middle that can plug. We need to be running some 4-man fronts to be able to stop this run. We need to have a Coburn and a Sweat next to each other to clog at the middle. Collins as well with poor Jacoby Jones, who was a great run stopper for us. He's out. But a Ray Thornton or Ovia Gofo on the defensive end as well, rushing the passer. We need to have a 4-man front. But, guys, it's getting kind of late. I've been on here for an hour. Thank you guys for tuning in. I need to talk to my boys because I think my boy Steven from Fanatic Perspectives is probably going to get on here in a minute. And I want you guys to be able to get all his content as well. Steven is my guy, and he just went live. So I am out, man. I got to tune into my homie. All right, guys, man. You see the hat. Don't be afraid to fill out. Grow your environment. Understand your brilliance, man. NinosCorner, I'm out. Do you. Salute to you guys.